in fact, Franz Delitzsch, who did the Delitzsch translation of the New Testament, he was contemporary with Claudius Buchanan, who did the final translation of the materials. He recopied everything. Beautiful job by David Cohen, the scribe. But
so help me out. So what did Buchanan copy? He copied the ones in
Buchanan discovered them at the Synagogue of the Black Jews, Synagogue of the Black Jews in Cochin.
Yeah.
And
I actually want to share an image of that. It's when I saw this myself in Cambridge, I had a photo, but when you actually see it, it's quite stunning. I'm going to share my screen here if I can successfully do that. And this guy's what it looks like, manuscript 132.
Yep.
And says this manuscript was found in one of the synagogues of the Black Jews of Cochin in India by the Reverend Claudius Buchanan in the year 1806. And Buchanan went several times. There's also a Torah scroll and an Esther scroll and other things that have a very similar label on them. And what he means by the Black Jews is there were multiple Jewish communities in Malabar Coast, or I think it's called the Kerala Coast of southwestern India.
Province, Malabar Coast in Kerala.
Okay. And so he went there multiple times, and he somehow got his hands on manuscripts from there. And he, I think there's an implication here that this must be some ancient document because it came from this, right? In other words, you had Jews that came from Baghdad, and then you had the indigenous Jews who had been there much longer. And even the ones from Baghdad had been there for a few hundred years by the time of Buchanan. And so his assumption seems to have been, or the implication that this is from the indigenous Jews who have been there maybe since the time of Solomon or a very long time, and so it's much older, or potentially a much older source. Would you agree with that?
But the Franz Delitzsch wanted to use that as his base manuscript for his translation of the Hebrew Gospels, but the Jewish society he was working for nixed that idea, which actually good idea, really, but they wanted it translated from the Greek.